It's going to be a very, it has been and will continue to be, in fact, a very emotional day here in Edinburgh, where we're expecting the hearse to arrive sometime around 4 o'clock this afternoon after a 6-hour journey from Balmoral. That hearse winding its way through Perth and Dundee and Aberdeen before arriving here. Preparations underway in the city for the arrival of the hearse, roads closed off, big security operation in place, and many, many more people arriving here outside the gates of the palace, the official residence of the British monarchy for the past 500 years. So lots of people arriving by the minute, awaiting the hearse, including Carl and Vanessa, who are from the Scottish borders. They're here with their boys Hugo and Jasper. Thanks for speaking to us. First of all, why did you feel you had to be here?
Well, we wanted to come and lay some flowers as a tribute to pay our respects to the Queen, who for so many years has been an absolute pinnacle of this country. You know, she's reigned with calm and serenity and real leadership, and we just wanted to show our respect. We obviously have our boys, and the Jubilee so recently, we wanted for them to experience this and see this kind of closure to what was such a great era.
Yeah. What about you, Carl? How are you feeling at the moment?
I feel like a huge sense of loss, if I'm honest. All my life, all I've known is like the Queen in our lives, and I feel like a huge sense of loss for that reason. You know, I think that she was an absolutely remarkable woman, and I really can't imagine life without her, and I think she'll be hugely missed. You know, so yeah, just a huge sense of loss, really.
Yeah. And what are the boys making of it?
The boys understand to a degree what's going on. As I say, because we had the Jubilee celebrations, they were learning a lot about the Queen at school, and they also had church services in relation to the Jubilee. So the monarchy is real to them, and you know, they understand in their level of understanding what loss is, and I think this will help them kind of close that off as they see the hearse, and we can explain to them, you know, what's happened and why, and what the hearse is, and you know that Elizabeth's body's in there.
Yeah, yes, it can be difficult to explain to children, can't it?
Yeah, absolutely. It was kind of difficult on the day when the news broke because we were watching it live on TV, and Hugo, especially being so young, being only 6 years old, he kind of didn't exactly get it, you know, and his mum was really upset in particular, and I think he just kind of was wondering why Mummy was crying, you know, and kind of didn't exactly get it, but Jasper got it a little bit more because he's a little bit older, you know, so yeah. he kind of got a little bit more, yeah. And especially they lost their great granny this year as well, and she was 101, so they've kind of had a little bit of experience with it recently as well, you know, so but yeah, it is kind of hard with the children, like explain it to the children, you know.
Yeah, and hard for yourselves with that personal loss as well, as Carl was mentioning. So,
sure.
Yeah, thank you for speaking to us. Really appreciate it.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Carl. Yeah, so Carl and Vanessa, Jasper and Hugo there, like so many families, so many people here, hundreds of thousands of people will line that route as the hearse makes its way down towards Edinburgh, and then later today that hearse will enter the Palace of Holyroodhouse, and she will lie there in the throne room until tomorrow at 2 o'clock when she'll be moved to St Giles Cathedral. There'll be a short vigil there attended by the royal family, and then members of the public will be allowed to file in and pay their respects.